Hey guys, so this is my video about body dysmorphia and just other weight issues that I've always had. Um, I was a fat baby who turned into being a fat, chubby-ish kid. Now, don't have any photos of when I was a baby, but as a kid, there were a couple, and I was definitely a chubby-ish kid. I think in our society, though, having a fat baby is considered good. You want a fat baby, and even a chubby kid is considered cute. The problem for me though is that with all of the issues that I was going through, with all of the trauma, I turned to food for comfort. And so as I got older, I got bigger, and it got to the point to where during my junior high school, during those years, I started getting advice from people and suggestions to lose weight. And people would make fun of me. Sometimes I think they meant it in a kind of trying to be just funny or cute. I remember one time my dad slapping my thigh and saying "turkey thigh." I don't think he meant it in a bad way, but of course, what kid wants to hear that? That destroyed me, coming from my dad. Another time I remember this kid stopping me on the street and going, "Hey, I don't mean to be rude, but are you a guy or a girl?" And I still remember I was wearing this red t-shirt that was extremely tight, and I was so big it looked like I had boobies. So I wasn't mad, I just was hurt, and again, damaged. Who wants to hear that, And during that time, whenever I took a picture, it just seemed like my biggest thing, what I zoned in on, was my stomach and my thighs. This midsection, I hated my midsection. And it seemed like every picture that I took, my stomach was just sticking out. Throughout that entire time, I think there's one photo of me, and that was during my junior high school graduation, to where I bought a new pair of pants, and I believe they were a size 40, but they were baggy, so they were hiding my thighs, and I had a baggy shirt, and of course the robe. And so for like the first time ever, I was layered. And that's the one picture of during that time where I would look back and not cringe. The rest, I couldn't look. Many pictures I threw away. Eventually, I actually got to the point where I stopped taking pictures altogether. My first year in high school, I didn't take any pictures. After that though, that summer, I decided that I was going to lose weight. And now we had boxes and boxes of Bill and Ted's Excellent Cereal. I don't know if it was a WIC situation of why we had so many boxes, but they were there. And I decided I'm gonna have a bowl of cereal every day, and that'll be my diet, and that's how I'm gonna lose weight. And I did lose weight. I lost a lot of weight super fast. Do not recommend it. It was not healthy. I was not well at all. I was killing myself. We lived on the 3rd floor, and there were many times when I couldn't even climb the stairs to the 3rd floor without having to stop to catch my breath, because I thought I was gonna pass out. I was always seeing stars. That was the situation that I was in. But again, I lost the weight. I lost a lot. I don't know how big I got, but I know that I went down to 138. So I actually went from being overweight to being underweight. So now the same people who were commenting that I needed to lose weight were now telling me that I needed to gain weight. How does a teen process that? How do you make sense of that? I thought they were bonkers. Like, I put in all this work and struggle to lose weight, and now you're telling me I needed to gain weight? I thought they were crazy. Not to mention that because I didn't do it in a healthy way, though I could look at my arms and see that they were skinny because I had no muscle tone, there was just flab. And so to me, flab meant fat. Not to mention that to me, I still had a stomach. My thighs were still bigger than what I thought they should be. And so, believe it or not, there's a picture of me when We were at a lake in Connecticut. This picture, if you see, my waist is not at, the waist of my shorts aren't at my waist, they're actually over near my belly button, because I had to make sure they were over my belly. So I still zoned in on that area, and it didn't matter how skinny I thought my arms had gotten. To me, I was still fat. I still had work to do. And again, looking back now, I can't believe that I thought that, but that's exactly what I thought. And for any of you who have gone through this or who are going through this, you know exactly how I feel when people are telling you that now you're too skinny, you're thinking that they're crazy, and because you're zoned in on that one area. That is the definition of body dysmorphia, and that's what I had. So after that, I go to boot camp. I gained some weight just from doing exercises and, you know, doing that sort of stuff in boot camp. But then after that, I kind of went up and down. You know, you're going through stress, life happens, you gain weight, you lose weight. I'm trying all these diets. I'm doing, you know, Slim Fast and any type of diet I thought could help. I was taking diet pills, and, you know, so I'd lose weight and gain weight, and that was happening. Eventually I get to this point where I think I'm gonna do this the right way, you know, so I started lifting weights, and I'm doing aerobics and running and protein shakes, and trying to have a balanced diet, even though it really wasn't, but trying to eat right. And I will say that I got into the best shape of my life, probably. There are pictures out there that I took of myself, but they were always in my house. I would wear shirts. I would buy shirts that to take pictures, but I would never wear them outside, because to me, I still felt like I wasn't there yet, no matter. It's crazy. Like, I could say, hey, you know, my neck looks good, or my bicep looks good, but the total package, I'm still zoned in here. I'm still focusing on this area, so I wasn't ready for public display. And so even when I looked my best, it still wasn't good enough for me. And if I was on vacation, maybe to a Caribbean island, where, you know, you take off your shirt, none of those photos exist. I was not going to be walking around with my shirt off. If I did have to, you know, there are pictures of me maybe in the water where I take off my shirt and run in the water, and so it's from here up, or I have a towel wrapped around me, or just something hiding this section. It's sad to think about it, because again, when I look back at the pictures, I can't believe that I could actually think that. But again, I know I'm not alone. I know that's very common, but it is what it is, right? So the bad part of that is that with all of the effort, all of the energy that I put into it, because I was never going to be satisfied with myself, I stopped. You know, you're trying to reach this point you're never going to reach, and so eventually you give up. And so for years, I went through this up and down, gaining weight. Mainly, it was something to where, like, I would have weight on me, and if I was going to go on vacation, I would go on this quick, fast diet. Again, not healthy. I would lose a bunch of weight, go on vacation. When I got back, I would feel horrible because of all the food I ate on vacation, so I would gain the weight back and then some, and that was just the pattern for years and years and years. What changed for me was, again, at the beginning of these videos, it was during COVID, before I made my first video, and I gained a lot of weight. Like, I was bigger than I had been as an adult. And then I started therapy, not for that reason. And as a matter of fact, during therapy, we never even discussed my weight. We just discussed my self-esteem and how I felt about myself, and learning how to love myself and accept myself. And through that process of just mentally doing the work, I think it affected me physically, to where I was able to, I decided I'm going to lose weight. I did it in a way healthier way, to where it was more balanced. It was more to where I felt comfortable, and I wasn't starving or doing anything bad to myself. And the weight came off quick, not as quick as those fad diets, but quicker than I expected. I actually posted on Facebook a picture of me prior to the diet or to working on losing weight, and then during midway. So I'm actually thinner now and in better shape now than I was when I took this picture. But what's remarkable about me posting this picture is that it was a side picture. So I would never post a side picture of myself. Even when I looked my best, the pictures were always forward, because you could hide anything, you know, you could hide it better. From the side you would see stomach, you would see love handles. So this picture that I posted was a side picture of me, which I just wouldn't take them just for myself, but to then post them. After posting that, it was kind of like a self-realization that, oh my gosh, I'm in a way better position, way better place now than I had ever been in my entire life. And just knowing that actually made me want to work even more on it. And I'm not healed. I still have issues. I still have to check myself, you know, and make sure that I'm not judging myself. So that still happens. But I will say that in learning to love myself as a person, I am including my body in that situation, you know, in that healing. And I feel better about my body now than I ever have. And this shirt, I wanted to wear this shirt specifically for this video because this shirt I wore to an American Idol audition years ago. That's another story. But I had gone on this extreme diet, lost a lot of weight for this audition, bought this shirt. It was super expensive. You know, you kind of want to show off and, you know, put your best foot forward for an audition. So I go through the audition. After that, I put the shirt up, I put it away, and I never felt like I could wear it again. Well, for a long time, a large part of the time, I actually couldn't wear it because it was too tight. But even when I could, I didn't feel comfortable, because it's a shirt that's very form-fitting in a sense, and I could never wear it. I didn't want to wear it, and it sat in my closet, and it was that shirt. And a lot of you know what I'm talking about. You have that one piece of clothing that you keep, and you think, one of these days I'm going to be able to wear it. And so it was important for me to wear this shirt today for this video. But I want to leave you guys with this. There's no one's ever going to say, your family, your friends, they're never going to say anything to you that's going to flip a switch and you're going to feel differently about yourself. And I think the most important thing is that I'm not a therapist, so talk to a therapist. And what's happening to me, I want that to happen to you if you're going through the situation right now, because nothing changed except how I think about myself. And it's pretty much giving myself a break and learning to love myself no matter what. So my stomach, whatever it looks like now, maybe it looks better than it did before, whatever, but I'm gonna love it no matter what it looks like. I'm learning to do that. I'm learning to love myself no matter what I look like, no matter, it's a whole thing, you know, your body, your mind, your spirit, everything that you grow up hating about yourself, learning to love that, and then it spreads out to all the other parts of yourself. So to me, for what I say to you is just to do the work, because it's so much better. It's so much better when you're in a place when you're not focused, when you're not zoning in on your one little flaw that you think that you have, which in my case, no one else was thinking that I had this flaw, but I was. So yeah, that's my story, and I hope you like, subscribe, but most importantly, comment. Let me know if you've gone through this, if you're going through it. If you have gone through it and you have any suggestions for me or for anyone else watching, please comment. I definitely want to hear it, and that's my story.